Second Cup is brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Care Center.
Hi, everyone. Good morning to you. It is 8 o'clock on the start of your Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. Take that deep breath. We deserve it. You deserve it.
Yeah. I'm going to get some sleep tonight.
I also just made Katie run like a crazy person into the studio. We were just on a half-hour meeting, and I totally lost track of time. I was going to go do the cut-in, but I was so invested in what was being said and discussed that I looked up. I was like, oh my God, it's 7:55. Katie goes, are you doing this cut-in?
Actually, no. I go, are you doing the cut-in?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 7:55.
Oh, shoot. Guess Katie's doing it.
So I grab all my stuff and I start running.
Thank you.
And then I get on TV like, trying to read these stories.
Yikes.
Can't breathe in the first place.
Sorry, everyone.
It's all good.
Sorry, Katie. Well, we're glad you're with us nonetheless, and certainly appreciate your input, sharing your voice.
Yeah, how about this?
The cheetah print. We're the cheetah girls today.
Oh.
We're supposed to have a guest here. Unclear if that is going to continue. Is your mic on?
Oh, no.
Now it's on.
Sorry, guys.
Listen.
Oh, wait, let me go back to complaining about Ed. No, I was doing the cut-in, and then I turned it off right after.
Oh my gosh. So a couple of things we want to talk about here this morning. Number one, Halloween is coming up.
Yeah, I price checked some candy prices.
Um,
And I kind of just, I don't know, like, it's so hard to compare because everybody has different, there's so many kinds of Halloween candy and there's so much, like, everybody likes different stuff and whatever. So I kind of went by price points and gave people some options.
I like what you did.
Yeah, it gives,
I
it
think it
gives
was
you
smart.
options. Yeah, so we look at that.
Then we're also going to talk about downtown Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Can I reveal the video first? Is that okay?
What's the video?
Okay. So yesterday I told you how Miss Gladys
Oh, yeah.
had to have some surgery, and I picked her up, and here she is
Oh, sweetie
with her little
pie.
cone and her little sock.
Oh.
God,
God, they hate the cone.
she is not thrilled.
No.
And is
Where was the mask? Was it on the bottom or top of her foot?
on the bottom, like
so
by
it's
her
probably a
dew
little
claw.
sore.
Yeah. And she can't go up and down stairs.
Oh, wait, where's her dew claw? Is it high
It's,
up?
like right in here.
Oh, hers is low. Bandit's is like way up high.
Yeah, no. And she is just so sad looking. Oh, it's pathetic.
I know. You put the cone on them and you're just like, oh.
She has sutures. She has to go back to the vet.
When Bandit got neutered and had to have the cone, he was still very little and he was in the crate still because he would eat everything.
Yeah.
God forbid. And then I was afraid he was going to like kill himself
Right.
eating something bad, you know? But he was in the crate still, so he had the cone on, and I still kept it on because I didn't want him chewing on in the crate. So he was like, like as it like hit the top of the crate, and he would turn his head. I'm like, sorry, buddy.
I
But
felt
we gotta keep
terrible
you safe
for
and
her.
healthy.
Exactly. Like she was up and down all night, and Russ is,
She's so-
sound asleep.
She's so. Please,
And he's like, oh no, she slept great. I'm like, no, you slept great.
please. That's like my husband repeatedly telling me how the baby sleeps through the night, and I'm like, is he or are you sleeping through the
Thank
night?
you.
I'm very confused because he might sleep through the monitor. I don't know. She's so teeny tiny. You know, they say you can use that.
The donut.
Yeah, but you could just use like an airplane thing.
Oh, like a little pillow?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be too heavy for her little neck?
I don't know. You'd have to see. I have a pink one. It would look so cute on her.
Interesting.
But like you could have that on her when you're watching her.
That's true. Well, we don't have to have the cone on when we're watching
When you're
her.
watching her, right? Yeah.
So I'm glad for that. But they gave us, oh my gosh. So I walk into the vet's office yesterday and she's like, okay, this is, the pain medication. It's in a syringe already for you. And I literally stopped her dead in her tracks. I go, hold the phone.
No.
I said, is that a needle? And my sister's with me and she's just rolling her eyes, laughing hysterically. And they're like, oh no, there's no needle. It's just capped. All I have to do is give her the liquid.
In her mouth.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm like, I am not giving this dog a shot. Are you kidding
Please.
me?
Dana would do it.
Dana would, but I'm not doing that. Can you imagine the trauma that I would inflict on this dog? No way. No way. I will do anything for this dog. I love
There
her.
are some people that give their dogs and cats shots all the time because they need like insulin and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Not me. like poor Gladys.
I know.
She's already been through so much.
Little bud.
And
I know, you just feel for these little nuggets.
yeah. So hopefully she's feeling better today. I've texted Russ a million times. Don't forget, no stairs. Please put the sock on. Please feed her. Give her pain medication. He's like, yes, my love. Okay. No problem.
My dog yesterday, I don't know what got into him, but he was so excited when I came home, which I love. But I was holding the baby and he was just like total zoomies.
Ah.
And you know, the zoomies is like a horse running through your house. So the baby's just like, whoa, whoa. And I was like, look at him go. Like, what am I going to do? This is great. The rug is moving with the coffee.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
If he jumps on the area rug, the coffee table goes flying. I'm like, this is fine.
You know what's my favorite? You know how in those old North Buffalo homes or those old Buffalo homes period, wooden floors are a thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they try and get their traction, but they can't. So they're just like running in place. It's hysterical.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah. If he goes too quick and then he tries to like turn or something. Yeah.
Oh my God, makes me laugh every single time. Oh my God, Lauren, she's going to have so much to say. I can only imagine. Dana loves ragging on me, but it's not all true. I guarantee it. She always makes it a little bit more dramatic than it needs to be.
Dana?
My sister.
No.
Did we get anything from Jordan about this guest or no? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love Dana.
She's a trip. We'll have to bring her on because Dana says it like it is. Like you think I'm bad, she's 10 times worse.
She was on for Taylor Swift telling it like it was.
Yeah, I forgot.
Where you're like, Taylor Swift waved to me. She was like, she waved toward you.
No, she blew me a kiss.
Oh, yeah.
And she waved at Dana. And Dana would vouch. I love the story of the dogs.
Really quick. Oh, thank you. Really quick though, when you were like all the things you were telling Russ, I was like, I better make sure that Bandy had water and this and this and this. So I just text Paul and he's like, yes, he went to the bathroom. He's got water. Everybody's dog's okay. We are not control freaks, in case anyone was wondering.
Look at Paul's comment.
Paul. Anyways.
Yeah. I just want to be careful, you know?
Morning,
right.
I asked because he had a busy morning. So
Russ does too. The cleaning lady is there right now.
Keep people in line. And I'm very good at that.
I called him yesterday during the show too. Do you remember this? I'm like, oh, I think she had a couple of pieces left in her bowl. I forgot to take her bowl out. I was going to take her bowl out. Can you please just make sure?
Okay, she can eat before surgery.
Right.
Yes, Kim. Oh my God, I know. That was so sweet. It was so great. We talked about it for a couple minutes yesterday. It was really great to see. A nice story. Okay, now I want to know if you guys have gotten your Halloween candy yet, and then if you did get your Halloween candy, did you get a good deal, and where did you get it?
Yeah.
So there's a million kinds of candy. So yesterday I was just like sitting in my car. I actually brought my laptop and I was working in a parking lot, and I'm like, the best way to do this, I think, is give people options. That's what I started thinking, because Tops, Wegmans, Walmart, they don't all sell the exact same thing.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. So let's go, Jordan. I guess we'll do it in alphabetical order, which is what I did on the show today because it seemed to make sense for me. So Target. Okay, so this was one of my cost-effective options. Warheads. I like Warheads. They're okay.
I used to love them as a kid.
So 70 pieces for $6, 8 cents a piece. And experts say if you're spending 10 cents, it's a good deal. So that's cheap. Now, listen, they're smaller. I get it. So do you want to be the house that gives out Warheads? That's up to you. I don't know. But some people really like them.
And what do? Give one a piece? Like, that's kind of lame.
Well, so that's okay. So let's move. We'll do Tops. So Tops, I did kind of like your classic big old bag of candy, 115 pieces. Those are good ones. Reese's, Hershey, Kit Kats. So $15.99, 115 pieces. That's 14 cents a piece. So a little bit more. Then Walmart actually had a lot of like cheaper, different kinds of candy. So Jordan, can you pull up the Walmart one for me? That was what I do. There are Smarties. I'm like, these are classics, but they had them for so cheap. They were $5.87 there for 137 little rolls.
You're
I
right,
think they're
that's
mini rolls. I think they're kind of small rolls.
Oh, okay.
But they were only 4 cents a piece. You give 2 of them.
Interesting.
I think so. I'm not really sure because it's hard to tell on that thing. Yeah. But 137 rolls. That's a pretty good deal.
Pat says I bought 200 pieces for a trunk or treat on the 26th. So far, haven't opened them. That's willpower.
Amen. And then Wegmans, so they had very similar stuff to Tops, like when they had a lot of the chocolate options. But so here is a non-chocolate option that you could get, and I got this down to 12 cents a piece. And you said you liked these.
Yeah.
Lifesavers and Starburst. So again, this is only 40 pieces. It just depends on what you need, how much candy, What kind do you want to give out? Like, if you're going to be like, I'll eat the leftover candy after, you want to get the kind you like.
So, I mean, look, the experts say you should be around 10 cents. And I think you did a really good job finding like.
Well, some are 4 cents, we
Right.
got all the way down to there. But, some of the, now I was just saying today, my mom went on Amazon during Prime Days, or no, Crazy Coupon Lady. She had a deal that my mom got, and it was 200 pieces of candy for, I forget. And then you got another bag half off. So she got 400 pieces of candy. She's kind of thinking in her neighborhood, she might have a big Halloween because there's a lot of.
It's Friday.
It's a Friday, right? She's like, enough, I'm just going to give it to the neighbors or whatever. But so she got that, and she got it for like 10 cents a piece.
Wow.
So that was a good deal.
That is a good deal. Well, okay. So Kim here says 114 pieces from BJ's is $14.99. All kinds of chocolate, M&Ms, and Snickers. Love that.
Okay.
Can you do the math for us?
Yeah, my brain is not working right now.
My mom says we
So
never
it'd
get
be
kids coming to
15.
the house, but there are little ones in the development. So I guess I'll get something. Yeah, that would be so great. I mean, you never know. I mean,
Okay, so that's 13 cents, Kim. 13 cents a piece.
I mean, and what's going to happen is that, you're going to have nothing. And then, there's going to be a million kids who come by.
I know. And the other thing that I was realistically thinking is like, I know we're doing this like to the pennies, right? Like, get it around 10 cents. Okay. So this is 13 cents. Okay. So you're paying $3 more. You know what I mean? Like for 100 pieces, like it's not that big of a deal.
No.
And all things considered, I know every dollar counts, but I'm like.
No, I think that when you are, that's an average, right? So sometimes it's a little bit higher. Sometimes it's a little lower.
Right, that's what they're saying. You want to try to spend around that. And like, you know what? You could get the 4-cent candies from wherever I said, Walmart. And then you could also get like one of the more expensive ones if you want to give out too. I don't know.
Look at Carol's comment. I just bought candy corn last night for the first time this season. I love candy corn. And
definitely, like I said, not my thing to splurge on.
But that's expensive in Florida. Though Diane says tops in, what do you mean, City of Tonawanda, Diane?
7?
Yeah.
Oh, but Jason got some at the Dollar Tree.
Oh.
So you have to look at the price per unit then, but
Interesting.
That's
Exactly.
funny. Overbuy or underbuy every year.
It's all stale decoration only.
I haven't gotten any yet. I was like, let me do this and see. I had a bag in my cart from Target too that had some I felt like it had a good mix of different kinds of candy. I don't know what I'm going to get.
How about Marguerite? If every house gave out a dime, kids would have $5 to $10 by the end of the night. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Forget the candy. If you got a couple of dimes and, if each piece of candy is 10 cents.
Imagine handing a kid a dime?
I'm just saying.
No, I get the concept behind it, and I think that's so funny because, okay, 10 houses, you have $1. Yay.
Yeah, that's so cool.
But, some kid's going to be like, a dime?
Oh my God, I love it. Go in my piggy bank. Oh, that would be awesome. But I know, on Halloween, you want candy. Paula says, no one's been to my house.
I wanted to get those erasers, and you were making.
Not that. No.
I wanted to get.
I want the dime.
I said, is it cute to get? There was a decent deal on little kid Halloween erasers and fun little funny fingers. And I'm like, are these cute? And he's like, no one wants it. I thought it was cute. I was like, instead of candy, should I have this?
Now, is it you trying to save money or is
I thought it was kind of different and cheap. It was cute. I thought it was cute.
I like candy corn with chocolate ends. Me too. But Diane, I love the pumpkins. I actually searched them out.
It's just a lot of.
What is it?
Sugar. And cornstarch?
Maybe corn syrup? You don't want to be the eraser house, says Aaron Mason.
Aaron, come on.
It's true.
The house gets egged.
You know the eraser house and you know the full candy bar house. Where are you going?
They're like, don't go to that house. She's giving out erasers. Also, their Halloween erasers. It's over tomorrow. I'm like, here's a ghost.
You have to get candy.
That was the one thing I thought about is if I give an eraser and it's a spooky Halloween one, the next day's November.
Great. What are you going to do with it? Throw it out. That's
I'm like, hang on to this for a year, honey.
Don't use it all in one place.
You don't want to be the eraser house. I know Paul would totally be like, you're the reason the house got egged.
Connie says parents better go through the bag before the kids get it. I have a question. Is that still a thing? Yeah, and I'm just wondering.
Do you think that when my kid is old enough to trick or treat,
no, I know
that I won't be spilling out that candy and looking at every single piece? Okay, we did give out pantry snacks, but it was because we ran out of candy last year.
Like what?
we ran out of candy because it was such a nice night. So I went upstairs and got all my granola bars that I take to work.
Yeah.
Like what kind of the Nature
the
Valley
oh,
or whatever
oh,
they are.
oh.
Like good granola bars. And I gave those out. And then I had that Smart Ones cheddar popcorn, like the
Yeah.
little bags. I was pregnant and like it was one of the few things I could eat. So I had a big thing of it. And I'm like, they're all the individual
Yeah.
bags. So I brought those down because we ran out of candy. So we're
Sometimes
giving
that's
the kids
good.
this stuff.
I used to love getting the Halloween pretzels. You know I love pretzels.
Oh, like the little
Yeah, like
pumpkins
the
and stuff.
pumpkins, yeah, that was
But that last year was an anomaly. We never had a lot of kids, and then we had a ton last year.
Okay, here's Carol's comment. Blessed to have been raised in Buffalo during the days we went trick-or-treating. Families invite us in for cupcakes and hot chocolate and
cute.
give us an apple. We were so happy, by the way. It was usually snowing, so we had to use a pillowcase for our candy bags. Those were the days. Okay, so here's why I was asking. Because, like, I don't have kids. You know, obviously my nieces and my nephew. Which, by the way, we're adding one to our family.
Yay.
And I don't know if that's okay to announce, but I mean, it's on Facebook, so whatever, Lauren, sorry. Anyway, the idea of like going through candy and like, oh, make sure there's no needles in there. Like,
Okay, well, I don't think it's so much that. I think it's like make sure like stuff isn't open.
Right, okay.
Or like weird looking or old or like where's this from? Give it a once over, I think is what you just want to do. I think that like that, and listen, we've been hearing about that since we were kids. You know what I mean? Like these crazy stories about whatever. And then every now and then you see, you know, whatever. I think it's more just give it a once over. Make sure it's closed up, not open.
Yeah.
Not like some weird treat that somebody made in their house.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like those popcorn balls. Remember those?
Yeah. Like if you made a popcorn ball for my kid, I'd be like, Uncle Ed made this.
Yeah.
But if someone else made it, I'd be like, we don't know the people who made this. So we're going to say that's nice and throw it away.
Derek, good morning to you. I'm so glad that you're with us and sharing your voice. And listen, you must not be from Western New York because you're using y'all. And if you are, I'm shocked that you have such a drawl. And we are so thankful that you are here and that we can share your voice. Listen, it's important to acknowledge and share voices on all sides, Derek, and we certainly appreciate you chiming in, sharing your thoughts and your views. And listen, by you commenting, you're only enhancing the algorithm for us. So continue your tirade because we appreciate hearing your voice. And just like Tina says, Derek, you have an opportunity. You can vote with not only your remote, if you're watching with your smart TV on our WKBW app for your Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV, but you can also vote with your mouse by logging off our Facebook page, which, by the way, you can search for every morning at 8 o'clock.
All right. Anyways, so that was some of the price tracking of candy that I did. And let me know if you saw a better deal, though, because I do like to pass them along. Crazy Coupon Lady was also saying, and if you follow this girl, she does some really awesome stuff. Like she'll look at like all the little stores. She like Walgreens, CVS. And sometimes, even though some of their candy might be a little more expensive or their prices might be, you can get really good deals back from them. Like, so she'll show you how to get 2 bags, get a $5 coupon, take that $5 coupon, get a third bag. Like, if you want to go that route, she's your girl.
We had LL Bean. We went to LL Bean a couple of days ago to do some shopping. By the way, only shop the clearance rack because it's so much cheaper there, relatively speaking.
Great. I really like that stuff.
I do too, and it's good quality stuff. Yeah. If you spend a certain amount of money, you get like a $10 gift card back. And well, so the idea was, okay, do you use the gift card or do you open up a credit line and get 20% off? And then come back again and use the gift card.
Oh, I know.
What do you do?
Well, it depends. How much shopping do you need to do?
You know, the other thing that I want to talk about here is downtown Buffalo, because we have a mayoral race coming up, and there are 3 people who are vying for your vote. Number 1, we've got Sean Ryan, who is the assembly member in New York State, who is looking to leave his post in Albany to come to city of Buffalo and lead the way. He's the Democrat.
He's the Democrat, right?
Then we have Michael Gardner, who is the, James Gardner.
James Gardner. And
who is the Republican.
They have very similar last names.
And Michael Gaynor,
yeah,
who is the independent, and he's looking to also become mayor. Now, you know, the reality in the city of Buffalo is that there are many more Democrats registered than there are Republicans. But, you know, everyone's got to vote here. So it's important that if you live in the city of Buffalo, you cast your ballot.
And you also, you know, yes, is it a democratic city? Of course. But you also have to look at how people feel about just the climate in general these
Right.
days. So it's just interesting because sometimes when people are ready for a change, and we're not even looking like at a specific person, like I want to vote for this person, this person. Sometimes when they're ready for a change, they're like, I want to see a different group in leadership.
Right.
Like you see this when like when we see a certain political climate for so long, right?
So, we saw Chris Scanlon lose the primary race to Sean Ryan. Okay, so that seemed to be a referendum on Byron Brown. People
Right.
compared Scanlon to Byron Brown so that they were, kind of working in tandem together, essentially. There's reporting out there that Sean Ryan returned money in donations from Byron Brown. And then you've got Gardner, who's, funding his election himself, essentially.
Well, and I think a big question is going to be, like, are they going to vote on party lines, or are they going to vote under the concept of like, I want something? Do they see something new, I
Right.
guess, with a new candidate, or do they think that it's just like, oh, I thought it was a bug, but it's just a thing, or do they think that it's, is a new candidate enough? Do they want change, right? And then is a new candidate enough to bring that change? Or do they want something more?
And one of those
that make
issues,
sense?
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, do we need new leadership considering we've had the same party for 20 years?
Correct. Or will a new leader in that party be enough to be that new leadership, if that's what you're looking for?
So one of the big issues, I think, in this election is what the future of downtown Buffalo looks like.
Yeah.
Crime, another big issue.
Yeah.
But downtown Buffalo in particular is...
Well, it's something so many people are talking about.
Right, exactly. There's so much less foot traffic.
There really is. Like, we leave in the middle of the day because that's just like our schedules, right? Because we come in so early. And there really are fewer people walking around.
It's crazy to see. And one of the things that was mentioned was that because the Buffalo News building has been sitting vacant for so long, after they moved to Larkinville and moved their printing elsewhere, is that there's just not a lot of foot traffic in downtown Buffalo for restaurants, for events and other things. And so now with the Golisano Financial School coming into the old Buffalo News building, there's hope.
Well, it'll bring bodies.
Right.
You know what else will? Ingram Micro, which is coming down, going to be in the building right near us. But okay, this is another, like, the one thing that we talk about a lot too is the Buffalo Gram, which was the Adams Mark, right? Like, we reported today, there've been 70 in the past year, 911 calls to this building. We saw that huge fire there. It was a couple of years ago now.
And there was just a fire there yesterday.
So this is a huge they have a huge footprint. And to Chris Scanlon's point, which he said yesterday, like, when you're coming into downtown Buffalo from a certain way, this is what you're seeing.
It looks like a nightmare.
It does. It doesn't look at it. I mean, as someone who grew up here, and I stayed at that hotel when it was like, it was the Adams Mark. It was, like, it was a fancier place to stay. My friends and I, had a room. And, you just hate to see something that big go unused for so long.
Shirley says downtown is pathetic. Linda says we drove downtown yesterday. It's crazy with cars. Kim says I think whoever gets in needs to take care of that hotel. When you're coming into Buffalo or getting into our city, you see that hotel.
Yeah.
And then Carol says, I wish you were all raised when I was downtown. Buffalo is magical, especially during Christmas, right? There were so many more people down here.
My mom would talk about that too, like coming down and looking at the stores and all that stuff.
But here's the reality. Until we get more people down here, and until there's more foot traffic, until there's more business, until there are more people willing to invest in downtown Buffalo, it really is just going to stay the same.
Well, the thing too is, like, I do think that companies need to, A, recognize that, but also B, they do need to work with their employees too. So maybe there's like some sort of hybrid working situation the flexibility that's key, because people do want to work from home. Maybe not always, but some days. So maybe you have the company based downtown, but you also give them some flexibility to work.
So Jen says safety is a thing as well. And I think that this is a citywide issue. It's not just downtown Buffalo. I mean, look at this video from the Terrace, which is a beautiful building right across the street from the Art Museum, right by the 198. And you can see here these teenagers, he says, are taking bricks, smashing windows, vandalizing the property. Like, in what world is this okay? And in what world are we just like, we're going to let this happen? And look, I know that we're not just letting it happen, but there are deeper issues here when it comes to this kind of crime, where the thought is I can do this and get away with it. And if we're not tough on it, then perhaps this continues.
Well, and you know what? When you think about the location of that, so it's on Hoyt Lake, right? And it's kind of, even from where the street is, it's set back. So like, unless somebody is watching all the time, there all the time, like.
Well, now Schatzel is asking if you have any information about who these people might be, who these teenagers are. Again, that's what he's saying they are. I mean, who knows how old these kids are?
Yeah.
If they're kids. To call him,
Yeah.
to let him know, to call police, because, as Jen says, there are no consequences, is what the feeling is. And, Jeanette weighs in here. Our city is sad to drive through, I think. The murals are more beautiful than the buildings. And if that's the case, doesn't that say something?
So, and I think, okay, so Diana's saying Ingram is 3 days in the office, 2 days at home if you want. I think a setup like that is what will help the area, because you're bringing people downtown 3 days a week, okay, but you're still giving them that flexibility that, frankly, work-life balance, like, it is what it is these days. Like, people are looking for that in a job, and if they don't get it with you, they're going to get it somewhere else. So you need to offer that as an employer. I think as an employer, if you have the ability to offer it, you should. So I think that's conceptually, that's a good idea. Get people down here a few days a week, but give them the flexibility, and then get those big companies that offer that down.
I was just in a different newsroom last week when I was in New York City. I was visiting a friend in a different newsroom, and I noticed that some of the desks were empty, but they were working from home. It was a Friday. But one thing that I saw was really interesting. It was like, who's sitting at this desk? It was like an electronic, almost looked like an Amazon Echo show.
Yeah.
And it's got like the screen on it, and it shows who's reserved to this desk for which times.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of interesting.
So I have a friend too, same thing, and she doesn't have like an official office anymore in her building, but you have a desk space when you come in, but it's might not be the same one.
Exactly.
You just have your desk space and you come in and set up shop for the day because you're only there how many days.
Kim says Buffalo downtown is beautiful. It is gorgeous. Like, there are very certain parts that are absolutely beautiful in downtown Buffalo and historic. I grew up in the city. Main Street was booming. Not safe in 2025. It's sad. Who knows what the answer is?
Right.
We got to pause for a second because Josh is going to be coming on the air, and he'll give us weather and traffic. Here we go.
It's 8:27, and we're taking a live look here at the 190. This is at Niagara Street, and traffic is moving along very nicely here in both directions. I'm not really seeing anything on the board at this point that is of great import. So some good news there. You definitely need the jacket. You definitely need the sunglasses as you head out here this morning. Probably don't need the sunglasses as much going into the afternoon, as clouds are going to be on the increase. As we work our way through the weekend, we will be dodging some raindrops, maybe first thing on Saturday morning, but especially later Sunday. And I think we've got a decent dose of drought-denting dampness to look forward to here. Maybe more than an inch of rain in the gauge by the time we get until later Monday. And then for much of next week right now, I think we will be on the unsettled side with more sorely needed showers. 37 degrees right now. Did you check out the sky this morning? Just an absolutely beautiful sunrise, thanks to some of the mid-level clouds that we have out there. The air is calm, the dew point temperature at 34, and a little frost on the pumpkin, especially just away from the water. Didn't have to get too far away from the water to see that frost down to the mid-20s in Bradford, PA here this morning. So your forecast here for the day today, again, in summarizing, I should say, in summation, something like that. A mixture of clouds and sun. I've had 2 hours of sleep. Temperatures into the middle and upper 50s with breezes out of the southwest. Coming up for tonight, clouds, a couple of showers overnight. The low temperature at 48. There is your super 7-day forecast. Showers in spots early Saturday. Then the sun is shining. Look at those temperatures. They are back into the low 70s for highs. Low 70s again on Sunday with rain, especially into the afternoon and evening. And we could be pretty much soaked early next week.
So you heard Josh say he had 2 hours of sleep. Yes, to pair.
Josh, in summarization, I like
in
that.
summary.
In summarization, yeah.
Peter mentioned, does he ever sleep? He was on the 5 o'clock news. Yes, he was here last night as well. And thankfully, he came in this morning to fill in for Aaron.
Thanks, Josh.
Josh, we appreciate you.
Aw, thank you.
Buffalo does have its pros and cons, and we have the opportunity now to choose a leader. And so next week, we're hoping to have each of the 3 candidates in at some point to share their views with you, and so that you can take your questions and put them to the test.
So get to thinking over the weekend.
Yeah, what do you want to see? What do you want to know from them?
What would you ask them?
All right, we got to get the show on the road. Today's Friday. Thank goodness.
Happy Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend. Looks like it's going to be nice tomorrow, so enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.